Hello and welcome, friends and fellow digital hoarders. This is Digital Hoarders Anonymous meeting number 34. We meet weekly live on YouTube to discuss our video game addictions and talk about how amazing video games are. Live on YouTube, 6:30 Eastern, 3:30 Pacific every Wednesday, 3:30-ish, 6:30-ish. Or you can find us on Twitter, where you can tell us about your video game addiction, or tell us about that great deal you just found on BMXXX.
I still have that from my GameCube.
You would.
I totally.
Hello, my name is Alden, and I'm a digital hoarder.
Hello, my name is Brandon, and I'm a digital hoarder.
Hello, my name is Choli Fastbanger, and I'm a digital hoarder.
We are expecting Doc to come at some point, maybe. We'll see. It's supposed to be his return episode. Yeah. He's going to be fashionably late or
fashionably absent.
Yeah. Fashionable, though, either way.
Yeah.
What a weird game idea BMXXX is.
So I had to have
that a real game?
Yeah.
Dude, are you kidding me?
Oh, no, I remember that now. Yeah.
It was banned for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I bought it because I was like, oh, it's banned.
I gotta have it. It's just weird. Like dudes are sitting in a room and they're just like, what do I love? I love BMX. What else do I love? I love boobs. Let's put them together. No, don't do that. Bad things will happen. Have you ever fallen doing anything?
Naked?
Yeah.
All the time.
I can't even ride a bike clothed. So
exactly.
I'm really bad, yeah. So, I still have that game. I'm gonna fire that up for a let's play. Let's get a let's play.
A let's play BMXXX?
X.
How many X's is it?
17.
At some point, I feel like that turns into a bad word.
Six.
Oh, because it sounds kind of like sex. Oh. Naughty.
There is boobies in that game. You like it's very much Tony Hawk on a BMX, but as you find different things, you unlock tapes, and then these tapes are strippers. And then the more and more tapes you find, the more and more naked they get. And that was BMX. And you can create a character and be a guy or a girl and just be completely naked and get those pixelated square boobs going around.
Oh, that's hot as hell, man.
Yeah.
That's hot as hell. And that was on PlayStation 1 and GameCube?
I think it was just GameCube.
No, it was on PS1.
I had it on GameCube.
Wasn't there an actual BMX game?
There's other BMX games without
Dave something.
Yeah, in fact, BMXXX was based on the same engine as I think Dave Mirra or maybe the other one, Matt Hoffman. I think it was Matt Hoffman's BMX. Anyway, sidebar.
PS2.
Okay.
And Xbox. PS2,
oh,
Xbox,
damn.
and GameCube.
Wait, so it's BMX space XXX.
Why the hell did it make it on Nintendo?
I don't know.
Why did it's not notoriety for containing nudity, foul language, and adult humor?
For the extent that this game has existed, thought it was BMXXX. Why wouldn't they do that? Why did they make it BMX space XXX?
It's that much more sexy, man.
3 X's.
Is it that much more sexy?
Yeah. I think so.
I think it's less sexy. I think it would have been more sexy if it was like BMXXX.
You know what? Last week we said we needed an HD remake. That's what I need, an HD remake.
Oh, yeah. HD remake of pixelated boobs?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Oh, God. The falling. All right. We're here now, I guess. How are you guys doing? Choli Fastbanger. How are you doing? What have you been playing? Where are you right now? Tell me your address.
What are you going to send?
Nudes.
No, well, I've got plenty of those. All right. What have I been playing? I haven't been doing much. Busy at work, but I've been playing a lot of State of Decay 2. Pretty much since it came out Friday.
Nice.
Prior to that, not a whole lot. So it's been really good. I mean, it's one of those games that just kind of grabs you and brings you in, and you actually care about your character sometimes.
Unless you're playing with your friend.
Yeah, unless you're playing with Greg. But it is what it is.
Can we please
gaming with Greg?
One day? I want him as a guest.
Yeah.
I'll bring him on one day.
That'd be so funny. Like, and he's just like, "Hey guys," and he's just like knocking over the microphone.
I guarantee you, I would have to call him about 5 times to explain where I lived, even though I'm only like a mile away from him. It's one of those things. But yeah, that game is, for me, it's amazing. I mean, yeah, there's some bugs and stuff like that, but that's unfortunately to be expected with most games that come out. Not all of them. God of War, I'm looking at you, you beautiful bastard. But it is it's really fun. You know, it's hard. When I started it up, you know, we talked about it a little bit, and we were kind of like, you know, there's those games like hold on, wait a minute. Oh, there's a big ass spider. All right, it's dead. All right, so, but like the first State of Decay, yeah, you're welcome. I played for, you know, a few hours, and I was just like, you know, that 7 Days to Die, same kind of thing, and it just never kind of gripped me and kind of kept me in there. This one, you know, there's so much that they did well. You know, I'm willing to overlook a little bit of the problems. I wish they would not have those problems, especially with a AAA game that, you know, they spent so much time on. I really was hoping Microsoft would kind of put a little bit more money and maybe behind that smaller studio, but it is what it is. But I am enjoying it, and it's a ton of fun. So much fun. So that's pretty much it.
What do you enjoy about it? Like, explain to me. Sell me the game.
Sell you the game.
Yep.
It's the atmosphere, I think. You know, because you can play a game where it's like all these fetch quests. It's basically you're playing The Walking Dead. You know, to me, and maybe you don't have those big, you know, bad guys necessarily like say like Negan, but there are other groups that you have to, you know, either make friends with or, you know, kill them or whatever it is. But you're basically scavenging. You're just trying to live. And the first part of the game, it's so intense because you're constantly, people are just constantly telling you over the radio how much you suck. You know, oh, we don't have enough food. Oh, we don't have enough of this. We don't have enough of this. And you're just over and over and over again, just trying to improve. And then finally you get to that point where it's like, oh man, now I got a car. Oh man, now I got some, you know, outposts. Oh man, now I got some of this. I got some weapons. Now I can actually start doing something. And then all of a sudden, when you start feeling good, it just comes crashing down on you again. And it's just like, oh no, we're going to, you know, ants got into your pizza. Like, what? Come on, damn it. And, or something, you know, something happens or there's a horde, they start breaking down your bases. All these things, it's just
ants on your pizza.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's probably worse.
Probably.
I think in a zombie apocalypse, you eat the ants.
Yeah, for sure.
Depends on how hungry you are.
How'd you get the pizza though?
Pretty hungry. It's a zombie apocalypse.
That's the pizza. It's the rucksacks have a big giant pizza on it, so I'm assuming it's all pizza. It's just I can just sit here and play it, and not, you know, gosh, it's kind of intangible, really. It's just fun. I mean,
okay.
But you know, it's just personal preference, you know, as far as that kind of stuff goes. So,
what makes it stand out from like 7 Days to Die or any of the other 17,000?
Okay, so I think the UI on this and all the stuff they kind of added as far as what you can do from like the first one, you know, it's a lot cleaner. The bugs that I've run into so far are mostly like if I get out of a car, sometimes like half my body's like in the ground, which is weird, but then it pops right back out. So usually I don't have any issues. I had one bug that basically, you know, stopped my game, and that was in co-op, which seems like a lot of people are having those same issues with the co-op part, which is a big problem because that's kind of like the selling point of the game. You know, it's like, okay, this is basically State of Decay with some upgraded stuff here and there, and now you get to play with your friends. But, you know, a lot of people are having issues with that, you know, co-op stuff. I had a little bit, but it's like Sea of Thieves. Like, there's no reason I should be playing that game as much as I do, because it's basically completely vacant of content, but it's just fun. Like, if Microsoft took those two games and somehow merged them into a single game, you would have like the polish of Sea of Thieves and the content of State of Decay 2. Maybe you'd have a AAA badass game, but it just seems like they kind of missed the boat, no pun intended, on Sea of Thieves with the content, which they'll add later, which I'm fine with. I don't really give a shit. But and then State of Decay 2, it's got all this stuff you can do, but it's not as, you know, clean and nice to look at. You know, it's pushing 30 frames, and sometimes you can't, you know, it's jaggy and it's really, really bad. But it's just, there's so much to do, you know, and there's 3 different areas. I feel like I put in probably 20 to 30 hours on it already, and I'm not even past like halfway point on the first area probably. looking for that new base, trying to get the new stuff. I mean, it's just, you just want to constantly trying to improve yourself, and everything's pushing back against you. So it's just that constant fight, and I actually enjoy it. So
yeah, I fired it up and it froze immediately. Nice. And I had to force quit back out. And then I was finally able to skip past the title screen, and it froze again and cold quit. I'm like, all right, I'm just not going to play this right now.
Wow.
Yeah, so really sour taste right out of the gate, but fuck it. PUBG used to do that to me all the time. Friday the 13th has done that to me many times. So
yeah,
I'm not faulting the game for that. I still want to check it out. You have Game Pass though, right?
I do. I haven't played it yet, but
we should run around with Dan and Greg.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that'd be great. We could stream it. Make it a Digital Hoarder stream.
Fuck yes.
Hashtag GregPod.
Yeah, but the one thing you said is my biggest question about Microsoft this generation is just wish that they would give people something to make them appreciate that $500 Xbox One X. Like, I get it. Assassin's Creed Origins and all these games look really pretty, but like, I want that first party game that only Microsoft can do. That's going to be pretty. I really just want them to do that. And I'm confused by like the last two games of just they're fun, but they're not pretty at all. And I get it. Like, it doesn't have to be pretty for a game, but Microsoft's big thing that they're hanging their hat on right now is resolution and power. But then their games don't back it up. It's a very weird thing that they're doing. And then with Crackdown 3 eventually coming, like, I'm gonna have fun, throwing Doc off of buildings, but it's not a very good looking game either. Like, visually, it's not pretty either. So like, I get it. I'm sure at E3 we're gonna see Halo 6, and that thing is gonna be fucking brain melting gorgeous. I want them to do more of that. I'm just confused by every title they've really put out since their X has launched has been. I mean, Cuphead's beautiful. But Cuphead looks good on anything.
Right.
But then like every other game that's really launched since the X has been not very pretty, like Super Lucky Tale.
Well, Sea of Thieves is super pretty.
Pretty, like the water's pretty, but the character models are just gross.
Well,
but and that's again
stylistic.
It's a fun factor. It's just I want to see that investment behind that $500 Xbox One X because I'm biased. I get it, but I haven't seen a game that looks better than like God of War does on the underpowered Pro, and that's because you have that's what first parties can do, is they can unlock potential from a system that other people can't. So that's what I want Microsoft to do, is take one of these studios and let them use the full potential of the X. And again, I'm sure that's going to be Halo 6 and Gears 5, right? Yeah. And probably the next Forza. I'm sure they're going to be brain melting.
Oh, I bet Forza,
Forza, will. So,
well, that's the thing. I bought the X with, all this, okay, it's going to be the strongest, console. I've been an Xbox guy since the original Xbox. I haven't owned a PS or PlayStation since the 2, and I just got the 4 not a little bit less than a year ago. And when I was excited for Sea of Thieves, I was excited for State of Decay, and everybody says, well, Microsoft is doing fine, they've got all this money. Then maybe put some of that money behind these smaller devs that are really trying. And they did, for what they are. I understand Undead Labs is a very small developer, and but Microsoft went with PUBG, and they sent them all their inside people and send them money and back that stuff. They could have done the same thing, because they were loaded. I mean, they ain't working for money at all. No, so I would like to see that, and I still love, I love my Xbox. I mean, I play it all the time. It's just, I want to see some like a one game and just go, oh man, that was worth the $500. Because God of War, if I would have had that, if that would have came out on Xbox, would have been worth the $500 in the second. Sure.
Sure. And I mean, like I said, I know they're working on it, but it is weird that these last few titles that come out have just been the fun factors there. And ultimately, that's what matters in games, is a fun factor. But like I said, Microsoft is the only thing they're hanging their hat on right now is power and resolution and graphics, and it's all third-party stuff that looks pretty. And I don't know. So yeah, again, E3, they're going to show. Halo 6 is coming.
Yeah,
it's going to look awesome.
Yeah, and they have the marketing partnership, it looks like, with Battlefield 5. So that's good for them. So, we'll see.
Yeah.
They'll do fine. Like I said, that's just the one thing. I don't have an X. I don't play my Xbox enough, I don't think, to warrant an X. But if I started to see like these exclusives come out that are trumping what the S can do, then maybe I start to look at the X. But for right now, if Sea of Thieves and State of Decay look like that on the X, and PUBG looks like that on the X, it doesn't look much worse on the S. I'll just roll with that for now. But if Halo 6 comes out, or Gears 5, I should say, I wouldn't even get Halo 6. If Gears 5 came out and it was just God of War pretty, and the S1 was just, that might be when I go, all right, maybe it is time to finally, upgrade to the X. So
yeah.
But yeah. What have you been playing?
Well, is that it? Is that all you've been playing? We talked about
that is literally all I've been playing since Friday. And before that, it really wasn't a whole lot.
I know. Yeah, last week you're like rattling off a list.
Yeah,
like you unscrolled it.
I had a ton of stuff. Yeah, but that was just all, waiting for State of Decay to come out. But I've been pretty engrossed. I mean, I haven't played, like I said, I played for about 30 hours. I really don't have time for anything else, including children. So I don't even know where they're at right now. But that's fine. Yeah, that's it, man.
Yeah, I haven't been playing a whole lot. Work's been crazy busy for me. I think that's going to be kind of the theme of the show. # work's been crazy busy. I haven't gotten to play a whole lot. I went back into God of War because I was playing other stuff and I just kept going, I remember God of War. Like, God of War is really fun. I am pretty close to the plat, and I was close-ish to the plat, but I still had some side quests to do, some that were really frustrating. And I know some people played those side quests while they were playing the main game. That would have soured me a little bit on the game just because it was tedious. Gotcha. There's one section, there's one world that you don't have to do. It's optional. And playing that was kind of frustrating. It was the first time that I played the game where I was like, this is more frustrating than just like, I think I can do this frustrating. This is like, I'm tired of doing this over and over and over and over and over again. But you don't have to do it. And then finding all those fucking ravens. Odin's like,
there's the green.
Yeah. Finding them all is
a few of them, but I can't imagine. You said there's
51.
I've killed like 13 so far.
I think that's about what I hit at the end.
I think I was at 11 or 12 when I finished the game. But it doesn't even matter.
You're
so
using a guide now, right?
I found a decent guide. I found a decent YouTube guide, and I got all of the ravens. But it took me 3 nights of playing just to get the ravens. Because, so, unless you're doing it while you're playing, you'll go through the areas, and even when you watch these YouTube videos, it'll cut to, here's where you find the raven. It's in this room with a wall and a ceiling. Okay,
that one.
Thanks.
Okay.
Walk through the circular door. Okay, where was the circular door? I don't remember.
Yeah.
I guess maybe if you have like a photographic memory of every room that you were in when you played the game, it wouldn't be so bad. But I found one last night that kind of takes you through each area, and it takes you through from the start of that area, and you just kind of follow along through there.
Okay.
So that's where I cleaned up like 20 of my ravens.
Nice.
So I got all the ravens. Now I have like 2 quests left to do to get the platinum, and it's not going to be hard at all.
Are some of the ravens like really hard to get to? Because there was one when I was playing that I'm drawing a blank on what it is, but basically that we'll just call it a quarter. That when you pass across the lake there, the body of water, there's like one flying in a circle.
Yeah, fuck those ones.
That thing is a bitch, man. You really got to pray that you time that thing right. And I was able to get him after like 19 throws. But
as you get further on, too, there will be some of those that are out there in the distance, and you see them, and you're like, well, clearly, like there's nowhere else I can get to from here to hit it. And you just try and you try and try, and you finally give up. It turns out later on you're in a world you're in an area that's closer, and you're like, oh shit! I spent 20 minutes trying to get that stupid raven. So the guides I found helped. I forget what his name is on YouTube. I should have looked it up, but I'll tweet it out. Choli Fastbanger. It details where all the collectibles are too, and everything like that. So
nice.
I think the only thing I have left are the Valkyries, and that's not hard. It's
what?
Those. All right.
So that's not what I heard.
All right.
So
let me rephrase. They are difficult, but they're learnable. Like as you play, you get better. It's like playing Monster Hunter, or it's like playing one of these games where you play and you lose and you die, but you don't feel like. I mean, you'll probably get pissed off.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, there's no doubt.
Yeah, I already know that.
But to me, like I can see each time. Okay, I got it down this much more health, and now I can. I only have one Valkyrie left, so I'm good.
Before the queen, or you only have the queen?
I don't have the queen left.
I've heard that queen is fucking.
Well, we'll see. I guess.
Yeah.
I might have a different story next week.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, I hate that game. Worst platinum. I saw Deadpool 2.
Nice.
I guess I should talk about that. Deadpool 2 is so fantastic. I found myself about halfway through the movie. I realized that I was like comparing it. Well, in the first Deadpool, they did this better, and then this, and then I realized about halfway through, I need to stop doing this and just enjoy this movie for what it is. I've been in love with the Deadpool character for what year is it? Marty, what year is it? So I've been in love with Deadpool for 20-ish years, and I always
isn't that long?
Yeah, I mean he came out in I think '94.
That's when I collected a lot of comics.
94.
Yeah, I had all those X-Force issue number 1s that came with the cards that were sealed and all that stuff. Oh man,
like the holographic cards.
Yeah, well, there was X-Force number 1 had 5 different version or different cards that were sealed in it. I still got them downstairs. I really gotta go through that stuff.
I don't know another show for the MCU.
I don't even know who liked X-Force. That would be the name of the show. Who liked X-Force?
Well, I like yeah, me apparently. I watched the New Mutants, or the New Mutants transitioned into X-Force, if I'm not mistaken. No?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, right. So that was I liked him. What the fuck is your problem? Damn it,
you're feisty tonight, Daniel. Gosh, Daniel Chastbember. I was trying to put the words together, and it turned into a monster.
Anyway, sorry.
So Deadpool 2 is really good. But that's what I'm saying. Like, so I just sat there thinking, like, when I was 20, all I could think of was Deadpool should be better known. Like
until X-Men Origins Wolverine.
Oh God. And even then, so
were you excited because you're like, oh shit, Deadpool, and then you get Ryan Reynolds in the beginning, and you're like, great, he's perfect. He won't shut up. This is great. And then they're like, okay, you're not going to see him for a while, and then we're going to sew his mouth shut.
Yeah.
And turn him into Baraka from Mortal Kombat. Who shoots lasers from his eyes. Was this from his eyes?
It was.
Wasn't it? Or some fucking.
I don't remember, man.
He looked like for sure. And then,
so as far back as I can, well, not as far back as I can. There was around the middle of Deadpool's run where he started to get more popular with comic book fans. He wasn't popular with anybody else. I couldn't buy a Deadpool shirt. I was telling, I think Tanya the other day, my fiance Tanya, you couldn't buy a Deadpool shirt. It was impossible to find a Deadpool shirt. I bought one from some guy on eBay for, $30, and it was like a homemade t-shirt,
Five Below.
He made it in his mom's basement. Yeah. And now it's literally, you go into a store and you're like, I'm tired of seeing Deadpool.
Yeah.
And I have to remind myself, like, holy shit, this was all I wanted. And back in those days, in like 2001, there was talks of a Deadpool movie, and everyone would say Ryan Reynolds needs to be Deadpool. He would be the perfect Deadpool. And
2001, he
was a baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything. Or two guys are growing a pizza place.
And it was post Two Guys and a Girl in a Pizza Place. I think.
Van Wilder was after 2000.
It would have been like maybe 2002, 2003.
Either way,
I remember it.
Perfect.
He's always been perfect for it. And I think it picked up more steam too, because all of these people started saying it. And I think Wizard released like Wizard magazine, for anybody who doesn't remember, the comic book magazine that was.
It was the best.
It was, but it was also bad. They would do like, who should be in this movie? They did one for Deadpool, and they put Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool, and he started talking about it. So he would do interviews, and he would talk to whoever about it, and then he would go online and talk about it. And he really pushed to have that movie made for a long, 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 long time.
Yeah, the rumor is that he's the one that leaked that test footage. He's kind of said it, but you can never know if he's telling the truth or not. But the rumor is he's the one that leaked the test footage, and
Yeah,
that's what blew up.
Yeah, he leaked it to drum up support for the movie, and it just was a huge hit.
Blew up.
Yeah,
I remember it was the car scene. It was fantastic. So
yeah, because he knew like he could take this character and do something special with it, and he refused to do it unless they let it or made it a rated R movie, which it has to be. Deadpool would be cheesy as a PG-13 movie. So remembering that, I try to not compare the movie to the first movie or compare the movie to the comics or whatever. I mean, Domino's in this movie, and if you're a big comic book nerd like me, Domino's Pizza's in the movie. They changed the character of Domino a lot, and I liked the comic book Domino, and I had to shut that part of my brain off and not think about it.
Just appearance-wise, how drastically different.
She looks different. She also acts super different.
Okay.
When you shut that part of your brain out, though, she's a fantastic character in the movie. She's probably better than the real Domino would have been.
Not that this means anything to anybody watching, but there's a Comic-Con at Tyson's Corner.
Oh, yeah.
Weeks, and she's there.
Is she really?
Yeah.
Huh.
There you go. Go say hi to her.
So, yeah. I mean.
Dan, come to Tyson's Corner.
I'm coming.
All right.
I'm writing this down right now.
Thanks, buddy.
So Deadpool 2 is really good. Go see it, please. The marketing for that movie is fantastic. We've talked about it a little bit last week, but yeah, going to 7-Eleven and it's just like he's everywhere.
Going to Walmart, he's everywhere.
On the Slurpee cups at 7-Eleven, he scribbled out slurp or slur, so it just says P.
Yeah. Everything's 69 cents right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then there's like toppers for the Slurpees that have Deadpool sliding down. It's pretty great.
Actually, I read an interview today from one of their marketing directors who was just like, well, really all we tried to do was we tried to pretend like we were Deadpool and think about what he would do if he was out trying to promote his own movie. And we sent a bunch of emails and people were all about it.
Yeah, he's everywhere right now. So I think the thing with the Premier Soccer League thing that he did did you see that one?
Yeah.
The thing he did with David Beckham was hilarious.
Mm-hmm. The Celine Dion thing.
The Celine Dion thing was amazing.
Yeah, it's fantastic. And I love that this movie that Ryan Reynolds pushed for so long to get made is killing it. I think it was, they did like $125 million this weekend.
Yep.
Holy shit.
Jeez.
And other than that, Stardew Valley came out for the PlayStation Vita. I've wanted that since Stardew Valley was a thing, since it was out on PC. I said, if only I could have this on Vita. And then it came out on PS4, and they said, it's coming out for Vita too. And I said, that's all I want is this game on Vita. And it came out for Switch, and I said, I might get a Switch. And Brandon said, don't buy a Switch, only like PlayStation 4 life. Mm-hmm. And I said, well, I want to play that in my pocket. And now, and I kind of lost hope. It seemed like one of those games. There's a bunch of them over the last 2 years where they've said this is definitely coming to Vita. We're working on it.
That was being
that was
Vita. Yeah,
that was around launch. Yeah.
Yep.
And they were like, this is coming to Vita. We're working on this, and this is next. And then it's like
they always come, but it's years later where people are like, oh yeah, that like Axiom Verge did that.
Oh yeah,
Volume did like all these games that you're like, oh yeah, that game.
And those are all games.
They're great games, but they take forever to come over.
They're games that came out for PS4, and I bought them because they said they would be cross-buy on Vita.
Yeah.
And I waited for them to be on Vita because Vita is my favorite place to play those kinds of games. You know, so having Stardew Valley on Vita is a game changer. I haven't had enough time to get into it, but I love it so much. I'm like,
go watch some movies. You have plenty of time.
Oh, movies?
To go watch some movies, and you'll have plenty of time to play it.
No, yeah. No, I got it. I was trying to act like I didn't care about movies.
Yeah.
Also, we started watching. My fiance Tanya and I started watching Community for the first time. I'd never seen it. It's really funny. I love that show. This is Alden, and I approve this message.
From that show from 9 years ago.
Yeah, you guys heard about this show, Community? Hey, what are we if we are not digital hoarders?
That's right.
I've never seen Community, so it's another one. Fell in line with like The Office and stuff where I tried a couple. I'm like, this is not funny.
You have to get to know the characters, and
so those are those three shows, and I can't say the one because Dan will shoot me, but those are those three shows that everybody loves, but I've never watched, and it's one. If I sit down, I'm sure I'd like it because I like the people on the show. I think I'll ultimately like it. But Community is one of them, and The Office.
Just say it.
Also, you hate it when everybody tells you to watch something.
It's true. I still haven't watched Stranger Things.
Yeah.
I just put on a poll and then I still won't watch it. So,
yeah.
As far as what I watched, we watched Game Night last night. Holy shit, that movie's hilarious. I love Jason Bateman. I think he's the best. Just I want to say smartass in movies, but I don't know if smartass. Just that dry sense of humor he has is fantastic.
Quick, Jason Bateman sidebar.
Yes.
I've heard a few times now, but a guy at work the other day or a couple weeks ago was like, "Hey, yo, you know who you look like? That guy from those funny movies." And I'm like, I don't know what funny movies you're talking about, but Jason Bateman is who he said I look like Jason Bateman. I've heard that a few times now. I don't see it, but I've heard that from a few people. So anyway, the guy in the office next to me was like, I'm going to call you Jason Master Bateman. So my nickname at work sometimes
Lucky you.
is Master Bateman.
Lucky you.
Go on about Game Night. Who else is in that?
Oh, man.
Rachel McAdams, Kyle Chandler, who I love from Friday Night Lights. It's not a big ensemble cast, but my God, it's hilarious. I mean, I was dying watching that. So if you like Jason Bateman's style of humor, it's the same guys that directed Horrible Bosses, so it's the same kind of. It's an action comedy, but it's it was fantastic. We watched that last night. Gaming, really, I didn't game much this week at all. I played God of War and some Fortnite, and that's literally all I played. I didn't really play much at all, so I'm a kind of a boring person to talk to. Thankfully, you guys talk for 47 minutes apiece, so I can talk for 47 seconds, and we're good.
Gotcha.
You need to see a peek behind the curtain. I don't know what happened last night, but I think pollen bomb got dropped on the greater Manassas area. I feel like absolute shit just out of nowhere. It poured rain last night, and I thought, oh, good, my allergies will get better. And today I feel like, I know I've said before that my allergies are killing me, but I feel like today my allergies are very literally like they have straddled me.
Oh, hey.
And they're choking me to death.
It's good at first.
I know. That's what I thought.
Then I might like pollen, but
yeah, no, it's literally killing me. And I would prefer Dan just to talk the rest of the episode.
Cool.
Nope.
Dan, go.
Nope. I got nothing.
All right.
Oh, trying to get comfortable. Fucking.
Next week, or not next week, in 2 days, Detroit Become Humans comes out.
Yep.
And I am so fucking excited for that game. We are running around like crazy people right now promoting that game.
Not
the
me.
Demo that's on PSN, I can play with my fucking eyes closed at this point. I've seen every ending 17,000 times. But what I like is that demo is the first thing you play in the game. So at least I'm not going to come into the middle and be like, oh, good. Here we go again. I'll be like, oh, all right, it's right out of the gate. It's the first thing to play. I cannot wait. The buzz has been higher on it than I thought it would be. Like David Cage games always do well, but they're a very hit or miss style of games, and the buzz has been more positive than I kind of expected, which I like to see.
Well, you would,
of course, yeah.
But
ouch.
Yeah.
Somebody in the chat, Arado said that Brandon looks like
Arado is this very
no, we're just buddies. We're buddies. You're just mad about the Paul Giamatti thing.
I'm dying.
Arado, who does
Arado look like? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, Arado, we want to see you. Wait.
Yeah.
That got weird.
Told you.
Nah, man crush, you're right.
But yeah, so that is on Friday. The game comes out. So by next week's episode, hopefully we all get some time into it.
Yeah, we should have played some of it.
Yeah, for sure.
Not much.
Dan
so you're talking about how like surprised you are by the reaction or the excitement that's built. I think that demo has been huge.
Oh,
so
absolutely. It was very smart.
I have talked about the game to my fiance Tanya. She's we watched the trailers together. She's been excited about it. She wants to play it. I knew that I would want to play it, but Beyond was fine. And Heavy Rain, well, we've talked about it before, but Heavy Rain was great but clunky, you know, not easy to play.
Of its time.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But you don't know how that's going to translate now. And it seemed like Beyond, they worked on the controls and made it run better, but neglected the story the same way that, I mean, they didn't put the same work into the story that they did with Heavy Rain. So this seems like it's a culmination of both games.
I agree.
But I played the demo. I played the demo with my fiancée Tanya watching. She played with me. She helped me make decisions until it became clear that these decisions were crazy and she could no longer make a decision. So,
and if you played it once, if you go back and play again, dick around and more shots will get fired.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things where you're like, I have to find the evidence, but I can't, I got to get out there as well. So yeah, like you said, every week now is, your heart will be racing playing this game.
And it's so stressful the whole way because you're like, your video game brain is going, find everything. But your human brain is going, if I do that, it's taking more time that he's getting to her or she's doing whatever. So, but anyway, so after playing that demo, I was sold, but I knew I was going to be sold. But my fiancée Tanya, she's in love with it.
Good.
So I think that's what is happening right now to most people because she represents the casual gamer.
Yeah.
You know, she's not obsessively worrying about anything coming out almost ever. There's a few things she gets super hyped about, but other than that, it's like, oh, that looks cool.
Yeah.
But this one, she is all about. In fact, I told her the other day, I might have to wait a few days to get it, or, you know, wait till my paycheck comes in, whatever. And hashtag send code, please. And she said, no, we have to get it the day it comes out, which she never says.
Yeah. You just got to befriend somebody that works for PlayStation.
Huh.
Good luck with that.
I'll try.
I'll see if I find anybody.
Okay.
But no, I'm very excited. That's what comes out on Friday, and then I think Dark Souls Remastered comes out Friday too, which that's not happening.
For Switch, right?
No, Switch was delayed. It's just PS4 and Xbox.
Oh shit!
Switch
really?
Oh. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't understand how that. Yeah, but the Switch port was pushed.
Switch port was pushed. Wow. That's it. I got one. Dan.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to wait even longer not to play it now.
Man, that is the last game I want to play on my Switch because the last thing I want to do is throw my Switch.
It's gone.
Oh, that's true.
Well,
so,
Dan, are you excited about Detroit?
Yeah, you know, I played the demo. I only played it once because the reason behind that is because I know I could go back and do all those multiple different outcomes and stuff, but I really wanted to save that for the game because I don't know how that particular outcome is going to affect maybe the rest of the game. So if I play them all, then I'll be like, okay, I know exactly what I have to do. I kind of want to just see what happens and just go with it, you know? And yeah, part of me is going to be like, okay, I got to get the best thing. I got to make sure everybody is alive. I got to make sure, you know, I don't do this or do this, but you just don't know, you know? And if it's got that hard, you know, no going back to replay them. I mean, after you go through, I mean, you could start over and do all that stuff, but it's got that weight to it, which I love. So I think I'll wait. It comes out Friday. Yeah.
Friday.
Yeah.
Friday. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. It's going to be, I got nothing going on this weekend too. So yay.
And another thing is that I totally lost my train of thought. It started, I was there and then I looked over for a second and now I'm gone.
You got enraptured by my Jake Gyllenhaal looks.
I know. I can't. Yeah, that's it. Jake Gyllenhaal /
Jason Master Bateman.
Yeah. I had it and it's gone. Oh, yeah. Okay. So those who have played the demo, you know, you get the probability of success rate that pops up. What I do like about the game is you could go out to the very end of that particular thing and be at 89%, and you can still completely fuck that up if you make that one bad choice. So you can be like, got this, smooth sailing, and then, you know, still make that one choice and love it. I've seen every ending for that outcome, and I know exactly how. But yeah, Arado, you really got to stop asking Arado these questions. But and then so yeah, I've seen every ending you can get for it, and the absolute worst ending I was telling you about before this. Is,
Don't tell anybody. Okay.
Did I say it?
No, I thought you were going to.
is rough. So
and that absolutely is going to affect your. My phone is just blown up.
Yeah,
is going to affect everything in that game. You can. I mean, no spoilers. Anybody can die, from what I can tell in this game, and that would completely affect the rest of the game because that character's gone forever now.
Yep.
It's just like a 45-minute game.
With Kara's story, I question it because you remember the whole Paris Games Week thing.
Yep.
I was really getting up in arms. Like, I don't know if you can't protect that little girl. If she's not there, like, that's a lot of Kara's story. So, like, how completely different does that story change on how you interact with her and the father? Like, what I like is that a lot of games come out and they say that it's going to – your choices matter. This, honest to God, feels like the first game where your choices truly matter, and they don't all just eventually branch into the same one of two endings. You know, this one really feels like it's going to matter. So
yeah, so like they say, the game is going to be 25 hours long, but based on my demo, my game might be 4 hours long.
Yeah.
If I do as badly as I do,
yeah. Is that a possibility in that game? Where you could, I mean, well, look at Beyond Two Souls. Or whatever the other two, Heavy Rain.
Yeah.
Can you like play that game for maybe 5 or 6 hours and then say you screwed up everything? I haven't played that game.
I know they said with Detroit that if and I don't know if this is just Connor, if it applies to Kara and Marcus. I think it's just Connor, but if Connor dies, he can be uploaded into another Android, like Big Hero 6 style.
I see.
But I don't know about Kara and Marcus if they go, if it's permanent. But Connor's, and I don't know if that's a constant thing or that can happen a couple times, but I know that Connor can be brought back via.
That's right. Android. So he can be brought back, but it like affects his memories.
Yes, so when you're making decisions, at the very end of the demo, and it's a demo, so it's not really spoiling anything, if you make certain choices, you'll see your software instability dip. So if he continues to lie to people, he'll question why he's doing these things. If he continues to, deceive people, he will become a deceitful person in the future, and it'll fuck with him. But if you play him kind of on the straight and narrow, then he's more acceptable to things. So yeah, it's crazy. So but those little software fuck ups will go with him into each Android as he's brought back to life. So,
yeah, and yeah. But obviously, the humans that die aren't coming back.
Yeah, no.
So
you fuck up that hostage mission, and
it's
done. Yeah, so
got to be an Android.
Yes, it can happen. If people haven't seen that ending, yeah, you can lose everybody in that demo if you flub it the wrong way. So.
Yep.
Yeah,
Mount Rushmore. Who's on Mount Rushmore for real? Abraham Lincoln.
Mm-hmm. Washington.
Hold on. Was that like a sexy about Abraham Lincoln?
Dan has a thing for stovepipe hats.
George Washington. Is that Jefferson and Roosevelt?
Yep.
Come on, people.
Yes.
So anyway, last week we did Mount Rushmore of our 4 favorite games of this generation. So what we want to do this week is our individual 4 gaming characters. So not, the most, influential characters in gaming to our gaming lives. Who are the 4 most influential characters to you that would be in your Mount Rushmore? Do you want to do it like we did last week where Dan names his 4, you name 4, or do you want to go 1, 1, 1? How do you want to do it? Should have talked about this before the show.
Let's go 1, 1, 1,
right.
1, 1.
1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 2,
8.
I'm gonna drop a 5 in there.
Ooh.
You're not even gonna know. That's honorable mention.
Awesome.
All right, so Dan, give me your first person on your Rushmore.
In no particular order.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Commander Shepard.
Okay.
Yeah.
And why?
Okay, we're gonna do why. Okay. All right. Well, the amount of time I've sunk into Mass Effect, just being able to create that, doing whatever I want with them. He's just. It was kind of like it was. Man, damn, I don't know why. I love Mass Effect. I love Commander Shepard.
All right,
that was my dude. That was my dude.
Defensive.
Sorry.
Damn it.
Sorry, I didn't mean to ask you that.
Nobody questioned.
No. Okay.
Shepard is on there. Is it a male or a female Commander Shepard?
Good question.
That is a good question. I've
Which
kind
one
of
did
played
you
both.
use?
So
Kind of played both.
Well, I've gone through the
That's
game
true,
like
but it's
4
4
or 5 times. All 3 of them. So I've used both. You know.
All right.
The hard thing about Commander Shepard is that everybody's Commander Shepard looks different, or at least a little bit different.
I did use the stock. Whatever.
You boring son of a bitch.
You're welcome.
Commander Shepard is on the hands.
Mount Rushmore number 1 of mine. Brandon's pointing to it. I don't even know if he saw my list. My number 1 on my Mount Rushmore is Mega Man. I love Mega Man so much, and he means so much to me and to gaming. I mean, he was the basis of a lot of 2D platformers. I mean, he was pretty much, other than Mario, but it's a different style of 2D platformer. So he kind of paved the path. Funny Mega Man aside story. I told Brandon before I came in, but
a lot of these today.
I mean, I'm trying to make an entertaining podcast. You should try it. I walked into my house this evening, and Deadpool.
My son Deadpool ran up to him.
Brandon's son Delson was there, and Delson came up to me, and he was holding my Mega Man Pop figure, and he was like, "Ooh!" And I said, "Yeah, I love him. Do you know who that is?" And he went, "Yes." And I said, "Who is it?" And he said, "You tell me." So I love Mega Man. I have a Mega Man Pop figure.
It was probably Batman to him. I didn't know. I think it's Batman to Nelson. So.
I said it's Mega Man. He said, "Yeah, I love watching him on TV."
Good trip. Yeah.
Brandon, who's your number 1 chiseled stone head?
I guess I'll go chronological order for me. And it's probably on most people's. It's Mario, because Mario is the reason I'm a gamer right now. It was the first game that I vehemently remember playing as a child and caring about and really getting into. Was the original Mario. So I mean, I don't think any of us are here without Mario. So he has to be on mine. All right.
Yeah, that was my next one.
There you go.
Yep.
Mario. Wait, so that's your next one, Mario?
All right.
Yeah.
I got bad news for you guys. My number 2 was Mario.
All right.
What?
Let me tell you a little bit about Mario.
Who is that guy? Actually, I put Luigi.
I walked into my house, and Deadpool and Poison Ivy were there, and they told me.
Number 2 for me, since that was rapid fire right back here, is the first system that I had of my own that wasn't the family's was a Sega Genesis. Thus, Sonic the Hedgehog became the first game that I sat in my room by myself and just played over and over again. And that was every Sonic. Sonic 1, Sonic 2, Sonic 3, Sonic Spinball, Knuckles, all of them. I love Sonic.
Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine.
Yes, sir. So Sonic was the first one that Sonic was that one I went to school thinking, like, I want to go home and play Sonic. I can't wait to play Sonic. So Mario and Sonic, the Winter Olympics, they're on my Mount Rushmore. So Dan?
I'm going with Geralt from Witcher 3. I loved this character. I just loved playing as him. It was great. I mean, the whole game, it kind of revolves, obviously around that guy. And he was just, it wasn't like he was like some kind of like awesome. It was just so like, but it worked, like the whole game. He's always like so matter of fact and like, like no emotion, nothing, which sounds weird that I picked him now, but
not that I'm saying this out loud. It feels real weird.
It was just so fun to play him, I mean, and you could just be a complete asshole. And it was, he might be pretty close to my number 1. He might be actually my number 2, but I really didn't know we were going in order. So.
Oh no, it's not in order.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well then, yeah, he's on there.
All right.
Loved him.
My number 3.
Yeah, Mario.
Mario and Sonic. Geralt. No, my number 3 is another character that defines gaming for me and a lot of my experiences growing up, but then also really kind of paved the way for a complete style of game is Link. The Zelda games are hugely important to me, and even though Breath of the Wild wasn't to me what it is to everyone else, all of the Zelda games hold such a hold over my heart, just because those first experiences playing any of them, the music, the sound design, the story was fun, and somehow like it seemed light on story, which let you kind of explore the world in a way that you wouldn't see again until like Horizon Zero Dawn and Skyrim and these kinds of games. Zelda did that in 1985. And every one of those games has a completely different experience. There's a period there in the middle where it was Twilight Princess and Skyward Sword, where they're kind of they hit a spot where it's like, we're comfortable here. Mm-hmm. But they saw that and they've evolved and changed. And Link Between Worlds is amazing. And Breath of the Wild, for my issues with it, is an amazing game. It just wasn't exactly what I wanted out of my Zelda experience. So Link, number 1 in my heart. Number 3 on my Mount Rushmore.
My next one is kind of a weird one, but
it's me.
It's Alden with Dan's beard. So follow along here. I'm putting a bust of John Madden up there. And this is why. If you were to take every game,
let's put a turducken up
there. Every game franchise ever made, I'm on mute. Wow, I hope I'm coming through. Okay.
Holy shit!
How long have I been on mute?
I can hear you.
You always hear me though. Oops.
Oh well, shit.
Oh, wow, that'll be fun to listen to.
You're gonna be so mad.
Mario and Sonic. This is my first two in case that was missed. Madden is up there now.
Is that the whole thing?
If we were to go across the gaming landscape, I have put more time into Madden since '95 than any. I mean, I've been playing them since its inception. So, and to this day, I go to every midnight to get every Madden, and I play the fuck out of it. I love Madden. So I know that's a weird one. I don't know what else I could.
I think it's great.
Up there,
I think
I'm putting John Madden's face up there because. That became the first one where, like, when I'm doing Madden, man, I'm writing down, like, draft notes and shit. Like, I'll have a notebook of, like, I make sure the players' numbers don't, like, nobody's assigned a retired number, nobody's duplicated numbers, everybody's numbers fit their position. I get real deep into Madden, so he has to do it.
I used to do that, too.
Yep.
Not anymore.
You do the franchise? Is that right? That's my favorite. I love that stuff. I kind of did the same kind of thing. You kind of sit there and you're like really analyzing all your, who's going to be retiring. Oh, I can sign this guy for this much money because he's still technically, rookie. And you try. Oh, I love doing that shit. I love it.
If you're 30 plus, you're off my team.
Exactly.
You got to go. I got to get in the young fast people in here.
Yep.
Except like so in Madden this year, I'm in like I haven't played it in a while, but I was on like year 6. And Chris Thompson is now in his 30s. I can't in my heart cut him.
That would be a dick.
A personal friend of mine. I can't be like, see ya. I can't do it. So he's there till the day he retires. Everybody else, fuck you, you're going. So.
He's gonna be one of those guys though. You call into a meeting and you're like, "Hey, you feeling like you're retiring yet? You ready to retire?"
Hey, we got a spot for you as a coach. In the booth. What do you want? But yeah. So Chris is the other one that I can't cut. So, Dan, who's your final head?
All right. So I'm gonna cheat a little bit.
No.
And yes. I'm gonna go with myself.
Oh.
All right. With Fallout, Skyrim, Sea of Thieves. I'm always playing as me, right? There's all these other games that you can play. It's not necessarily a character. So on the Mount Rushmore, there will be a rotating face of all of my user created characters, just constantly spinning, just woo. Just like that. How you like that one?
That's a fantastic idea. I'm so proud of you and us for knowing that you would be great on our show.
Yeah. Good call.
That was it. That was the mic drop. I'm gone.
Yeah.
Woo. No. I just think there's so many games that, even to a certain extent, Commander Shepard, it was really you making all these decisions, creating, this world, from, like I said, Fallout, even like the original Dragon Age, I played that all the time. You were kind of this nameless character, but you were you.
Mm-hmm.
And, Far Cry 5, even though you were kind of rookie, it was really you making those decisions. It was really you doing all that stuff. Maybe not so much that as it was maybe like Skyrim or something like that, but, definitely the rotating head for sure. Because that's such a big part of my gaming experience. Not so much the earlier part, but as these games came out, all the Elder Scrolls games and stuff like that, all the Fallout games, being able to immerse myself and do what I wanted to do is kind of a huge thing for me. So that's my answer. Me, Choli Fastbanger.
Choli Fastbanger.
That's number 4. It might be number 1.
And
I don't remember.
Follow closely by link. So there you go.
Okay, all right.
What?
Honorable mention.
That's my honorable mention.
So read your 4. Read Choli Fastbanger's Mount Rushmore.
All right. I got Commander Shepard, Geralt, Mario, and myself.
Choli Fastbanger. All right.
And honorable mention. Another one. And link.
That's pretty good.
I got an honorable mention.
Yeah.
All right. This one's weird for me. My 4th is very weird for me. My favorite game of all time is Horizon Zero Dawn. But I don't feel like Mary finally got her phone to load. Horizon Zero Dawn is my favorite game of all time. Uncharted is one of my favorite games of all time. None of these games existed without Lara Croft. I'm making Lara Croft my number 4 because she paved the way for these games that are so important to me. I don't want to put Aloy on my Mount Rushmore yet. Maybe one day I make a second Mount Rushmore and I'm like, there's Aloy and there's Nathan Drake or whatever. But and the new Tomb Raider games are so great to me. But Uncharted borrowed from Tomb Raider. Huh? Aloy borrowed. I mean, whatever. You're gonna say everything, but
no, you'll see where I'm going.
Okay. Horizon Zero Dawn borrowed from Tomb Raider, and I feel like all of the people that I picked for my Mount Rushmore, I can't even speak fucking pollen. Soccer. All of the people that I picked started a trend of games, and I feel like Tomb Raider, for all of its issues, I don't like the first 5 Tomb Raider games, but for all of their issues, they did start this thing that didn't previously exist and pave the way for the kinds of games that I enjoy more than any other game. So despite my issues with Tomb Raider and it being ugly and annoying and sexist and weird, the games that came out of it are my favorite games of all time. And I thought about a Big Daddy or something from BioShock, because BioShock means a lot to me too. But there's nothing centralized in that series, I think, that represents it well enough. But I have another question after this one. It's going to help.
Who's your honorable mention?
I don't know my honorable mention is Aloy, because it's my favorite game ever. But
all right.
What's your number 4 that you're uncomfortable about? Because
Nathan Drake.
Okay.
And this is why.
I agree with that.
What you say makes sense, but Uncharted was the first time I ever gave a shit about the story of the game.
I agree.
Really dove in and went, oh my God, I care about these characters. And as each Uncharted came out, I cared about what they've already been through, what they were going through. It was the first time a game has ever done that to me. That I truly care. Yeah, there was good stories in Metal Gear and something, but I never cared about the characters as a whole as I did in Uncharted. And that opened up a new book for me, because I said I can now view games as a form of medium, like a movie. And you know my obsession with movies. So that was the first game where I played and went like, oh shit, this is movie style entertainment for me. So, and no game had ever done that for me.
Well,
before that.
And because
looking at the Tomb Raider games, I can only talking about the old ones. They were fun, but they didn't stick with me in any way, shape, or form.
Right.
And so yeah, it's that thing that yes, Uncharted clearly borrowed from Tomb Raider, and then the new Tomb Raider is clearly borrowed from Uncharted, and there's nothing wrong with that. But yeah, Uncharted was the first game that that I truly got sucked into the story and was invested in everything. So.
Yeah, I can see that for sure. Uncharted was the first game I can remember that the characters made my heart pound. You know what I mean? Like there's moments in games that make you go, but in Uncharted, it was like, no, not Drake. You know, I can't please don't let that happen to Elena or Sully or whatever. It was the first time where it's a video game trope and a movie trope where Drake is careening off a ledge and he reaches out and grabs it at the last second. Yeah. It happens in everything. But for some reason, every time it happens in Uncharted, I would go, no! Yeah. And my heart would pound and I'd hit X as fast as I could, even though I don't need to. I just need to hit it one time. Yeah. So I agree. I understand that. Different approach of it, I guess.
Nice. Got an honorable mention?
Yeah.
Is Sam Fisher, because Splinter Cell is one of my favorite series of all times.
Nice.
And the story was always is there with Splinter Cell as well, but it really hits home in Blacklist, not Blacklist, Conviction. No, still saying it wrong. The one that was a 360 exclusive. What was that, Conviction?
I forget what it was called.
That one, they really dive into what happened to his daughter, and it'll get you in the feels, and it made you care more about the character, which I already loved before that. So Sam Fisher has my honorable mention, which is also a game I really think we're going to see at E3 this year. All these teases really make me think
that would be nice. Coming, so. I have a 5th addition to our Mount Rushmore. No, here's what we need to answer. What world would your Mount Rushmore be located in? Where's your mountain going to be? Which of these video game worlds, or any video game world? That doesn't have to be someone from your list. Is it going to be in the...
You're talking about the world that just sticks out to you the most?
Yeah.
From the desert island in Super Mario Bros. 3. I just fucking love that particular level. That whole island. I remember just loving... Super Mario Bros. 3 is my favorite Mario Bros. Game, but really loved...
Is it North Korea?
Yeah, Arado in the chat said North Korea. Brandon did not say North Korea.
No. Yeah, I don't know why I just went right to that, but it's just so ingrained in my mind as one of my favorite levels in video games. So.
I remember that vividly too. It was just crazy as a kid. Like and I would like in real life be like, oh, I hope the sun doesn't move.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it was weird how I came up with that really fast, but
it was really weird. But that's when the magic happens.
When you know it's legit.
Dan, I shouldn't have asked you because I feel like you're going to say the same thing as me.
Well, I'll probably say the same thing.
Yeah,
for sure.
1, 2, 3. Rapture.
Yeah. All
okay.
Right. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. But it wouldn't be like the stones, like I was saying before. It'd be like some kind of like really nice brass statue, or
like the Andrew Ryan statues.
Yeah.
There is no God.
That'd be badass.
Lara Croft, Sonic, Mario, and Jolie Fassbanger.
The follow-up to this was that's our personal 4.
Mm-hmm.
What do we, as a team here, think we could come up with the ultimate 4 heads on this list?
I don't think we can agree on anything.
If you were to take the 4 just most inspirational video game characters,
just objectively,
we're all putting Mario on there. I think we all have Mario on there. One person that I would put on mine that wouldn't be on this is on my list is Master Chief, because Halo truly redesigned online gaming, and online gaming is what it is today because of Halo. So I would put Master Chief up there because they set the way in online gaming. And now it's everywhere. So
I guess Mega Man is more a me thing. Mario, Sonic has to be on there.
Yeah.
I feel like Link has to be on there.
It's hard not to, because Nintendo is such a staple in all of our gaming backlogs, and
Yeah.
Sega Genesis had lots of cool games, but I'm not putting the dude from Comic Zone up there. And,
the
Altered Beast.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
What?
Earthworm Jim.
Yeah.
Rapture.
So we actually did come up with 4 there, but do you not agree with the Master Chief one?
I think it's fine. I just feel like there should be something out there that's more deserving. Not that it didn't change gaming. It for sure did.
That's what I'm trying to look at, is things that kind of change the landscape of gaming, because Mario's a platformer and Sonic's a platformer, so, and Sonic, did Sonic change the landscape of gaming, or is he just Sega's Mario, essentially?
Like when I think Halo, so Halo was amazing and it was revolutionary at the time, but I was already a big fan of Half-Life and a big fan of Unreal Tournament, and I felt like, to me, Halo was like, oh, I love Half-Life and I love Unreal Tournament. Let's put them both together. So
it brought it to the console market.
It definitely did.
Opened up to where we are today.
Yeah, because Half-Life and Unreal Tournament were both on PC. They weren't on console. And before Halo came out, if you remember, the big argument then was, I don't think first-person shooters can work on consoles. Oh, wow. Wow, were we wrong?
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, we should probably do one where we just go by genre. Like a fight. Who would be on your Mount Rushmore? Who's the one fighting game figure?
This is just our new podcast now.
Pretty much.
Mount Rushmore Hoarders.
Yeah.
Got a pocket full of Mount Rushmores.
Figure out the fighter.
No, let's do another podcast. Right. Don't burn it all on one show.
For me, it's so zero. Right. No, it's the Toasty, dude.
Toasty stickers?
Yeah, work it. I have it. No, but yeah, all right, that'll be the next. I hope you don't get tired of Mount Rushmore, because it's gonna be our fucking main topic every week.
Yeah.
In a few weeks, the Mount Rushmore of
breakfast sandwiches.
Yeah, exactly. We're not even talking about games.
Just
Mount Rushmore's a soda.
Welcome to Digital Hoarders, the premier Mount Rushmore podcast on all podcasting services.
Where we don't talk about the actual Mount Rushmore. But we're not done with Mount Rushmore, because last week our main topic was our 4 total, and then Rocker Dude on Twitter came at us with our side quest for today. And let me pull up the picture so that we do it justice. So Dan, what were your 4 from last week? Do you remember? Choli?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember what they were. It was Witcher 3, God of War,
BMX
Zelda. Yeah, BMX, XXX.
You had Horizon, God of War, Breath of the Wild, and Witcher 3.
Right, okay. Yeah. Those were those.
Rocker went ahead and eliminated Horizon from this list. So.
And he said this was Diego's list.
Yeah, it was Diego's.
Scratch. Choli's list.
That's right. We now have God of War, Breath of the Wild, and Witcher 3. So. You have to pick these. You can play one of these games anytime for the rest of your life. You can play one of the games only one more time in your life, and the other game is completely erased from memory, and you can never play it again. So, out of God of War...
But you still know it existed.
But you still know it existed.
And you're bummed that you can't remember it.
God of War, Breath of the Wild, and Witcher 3. Which one are you erasing from your memory?
All right. Erasing?
Yes.
Jeez. I'm going to go with Zelda.
Okay.
Only because, while I love the game, it was probably one of those I'm good. There's so much. What?
Can you hear that?
Is that a kid or a cat?
It's a weird ass cat.
Sorry.
Do you have a cat?
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's good. At least you have one.
Weird thing is, her name is Zelda, so she heard you and she was like,
"Get out!"
No, her name's not Zelda.
Right. I would say Zelda is the one I would get rid of. The one I can only play one more time?
Yeah.
God of War.
Okay.
And then Witcher 3 for the one I would be able to play whenever. It's just so much
to do, yeah.
There's so much to do. It's more of a content thing as far like amount of content, versus quality.
Yeah.
God of War, I mean, I know I'm going to play that one more time anyway, and probably a couple more times after that. But Witcher 3, there's just so much with all the DLC, with all the other stuff. It's huge, and you can really you can really only play it one way anyway. But I mean, well, there's just too much to say anything else. Gotcha. But maybe I want to do Horizon Zero Dawn. Maybe that's the game I want.
That wasn't on your
Rocker.
You eliminated it. Damn it, Rocker dude.
Yeah, this is his question.
Okay.
You want to go or you want me to go?
You go.
Okay. So my 4 games from last week were Horizon. So our 4 favorite of this generation: Horizon Zero Dawn, Uncharted 4, Infamous Second Son, and I picked Friday the 13th because it actually made me care about online gaming. But he eliminated Friday the 13th, so that's not an option for me. The game that's going to be erased from memory, I can't play it again, but I know that it existed, is Uncharted 4. And the reason is I already know what happened. I knew the story. It's like seeing a great movie once. You don't have to see it again to know that you liked it. And it's a very linear story. It's one thing's going to happen, and you know what's going to happen. So that's what I'll do. This is where it gets really tricky for me because Infamous Second Son and Horizon are very similar as far as what you're doing. So the one that I can only play one more time is Horizon. And it's not like it's hard to say because I would play Horizon for the rest of my life if I had to. I'd play Infamous the rest of my life if I had to. Hold up.
Talking to my microphone while I...
Yeah, Mary's saying my mic is off. It's definitely not. We don't have voice meter open. Ready for some test right in the middle of the episode? Dan, can you hear that?
I can hear it.
Oh, probably because I didn't mute the other one. Fuck me. Anywho, so man, I don't know how to question what didn't get hurt.
All this faith right now.
So I erased Uncharted 4 if that didn't come through.
Okay, now I can't hear anything. Nothing. What? No, I'm actually talking. Are we completely muted? You can hear me.
Yeah, can you hear us?
Okay, now I can hear you.
Oh,
so
my
only one of these microphones is working. I don't know which one.
This will be a nightmare episode to listen back to again. Thanks, babe.
Don't listen. Thanks for jumping in now, man.
Hey, Arado, you've only been here the whole fucking episode. What the shit, dude? I'm just gonna stand like this because I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know which one it is.
That looks so awesome.
Yeah. So I erased Uncharted 4 because I already know the outcome of said game and it's linear. Horizon will be my game I can only play once, and Infamous will be the game I continue to go back to. Again, Infamous and Horizon are very much the same, so it's kind of, pick your poison. But I just really loved Infamous Second Son. Hell, I named my son after the character, for crying out loud. So Infamous for me. Alden, with your pissed off face. Go.
Oh, yes.
Up those bad boys.
How do we go an entire episode and
realize we didn't have that?
Not know. Dan,
I can hear both of you just fine.
How do we say before the show starts?
You can just have one mic. It's sitting right fucking here.
No, we know how it works even when you're not close to.
Clearly not. None of them work. All right, so Alden, Horizon Zero Dawn, Uncharted, God of War, and Nier were your choices.
Yeah.
He
scratched off God of War.
Has been eliminated. What game are you erasing from your memory?
Tell me a funny joke so I can be happy.
I got nothing.
Dan, tell me a funny joke so I can be happy and not mad at our audio guffaw. Oh, it's a nipple.
Sweet.
You're welcome.
All right, I'm happy now.
Yeah.
Okay.
All
right.
Which one are you erasing?
over there.
Which one am I killing?
Uncharted or Nier?
I'm going to, and this was a hard choice. I thought about it long and hard. And
there's your joke.
There's my joke. The one I'm gonna have to get rid of is Uncharted.
Oh.
Kind of similar. It was a really, really great game, and it was one of my favorite games. But in the presence of the other two games, I can't go through life and not play Nier again.
Okay.
Nier Automata. I'm gonna give Nier Automata my play one more time.
Okay.
Because
you can play all the endings.
You can play all the endings. I mean, it's still 40 hours long.
Yeah.
Playing all the endings is still as long as getting the platinum was in Horizon. But that experience is so amazing that I don't feel like I should experience it again and again and again.
Okay, that makes sense.
Because I feel like if I do experience it again and again and again, Mary says she texted Brandon.
Hey, look, I got a text message from Mary.
What'd she say?
I don't think your mic's on. I can't hear you really well.
Oh.
That was 20 minutes ago.
Okay.
Love you, babe.
I feel like if I played Nier over and over and over and over again, it wouldn't have the same effect on me as it did the first time. I think the second time, again, will be amazing. And I've probably played a few times, and it would be great. But Horizon I could play forever and not really get tired of. Mm-hmm. There's always something new to do. There's a different way you could play. You could try to take down the Thunderjaw with only this weapon or only this weapon.
You can do New Game Plus. You can fuck with the difficulty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even if you're not getting the story, it's a fun game to play. So that's my Mary game. Because this is kind of like I know I said it like we're talking about your wife. Because this is basically Marry, Fuck, Kill.
Yeah.
That's the one I would want to live with.
Killed on you.
Yeah, it's sad, but like you said, I got that experience. I had it. It was fun. It was amazing.
But we know the outcome. You know?
Yeah.
All right.
So
on to all right. So that was our side quest.
Yeah.
I don't. For this particular episode, we don't have any more Mount Rushmore talk.
We don't have much more talk at all because our microphones.
Our next talk is Dan talking about his poll. Go, Dan. Go.
Okay, my Mount Rushmore of polls.
Dan, explain the poll to people.
Okay, so the poll.
Be the third mic, or
second mic.
Right. Mic. No.
Okay, so every week we pick either 3 games or 3 movies in our backlog to play. We put it out on Twitter for a vote.
And if I remember, I will retweet it. Within 24 hours.
And
last week.
Then that's what we play for the next week. And any ties are broken by us.
Are you doing games or movies? Since we're all trying to play Detroit. Okay.
I'm gonna do games, but I'm
ballsy move.
Yeah.
Let's see how it plays off.
Yeah.
Jason Bateman line actually.
Well, I'm partially through 2 of these games, so I'm hoping that I don't have that much farther to go. So my first game is Oxenfree.
Got to get it in every week. There's got to be an Oxenfree reference.
I'm gonna put that on here one time, and I know
it's gonna win.
It is for sure gonna win, and that's why it's not on here. The first one is Dishonored: Death of the Outsider.
Oh, okay.
I played the other 2, loved them, absolutely loved them. I'm about 3 or 4 missions in on this one, so everything keeps coming up. The next one is The Order, 1886. I'm also a few missions in on that one. And I really like that one too. It's just they keep jumping into other stuff. And the third one is Unmechanical. I think I bought it for like $2 or $3. It's some kind of indie game. I don't even know what it is. It's on my list. It looks kind of fun. It's a platformer.
I know the one you're talking about. I think it was like a Plus game once also, but yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. Yeah, that's one I've never touched, and I figured it would probably be fairly short. Either that or it's like one of those games that are like never ends.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just don't know anything about it, so I thought I'd throw it on there just to see what happens. So that's it. That is it.
Alden?
I'm so mad at our audio.
I know, I can tell.
I'm so angry about it.
Tanya, I'm sorry. It's going to come home in a pissy ass mood.
I hate it so much.
As far as for me picking one of these 2, I fucking love Dishonored.
Yeah, I like the first 2.
Yeah, they're great. I'm going to go with The Order because...
That was a misdirect.
Yeah, you like it?
Yeah.
Way too many people tried to sleep on that game because of its length. And the game is
sleep
fantastic.
on length.
No, never. Giggity, giggity. That game's fantastic. So I'll pick The Order.
I'm gonna pick. I'm gonna pick Dishonored. I want to play. You know what? I could play either one. I was gonna say if this. I just realized as you said that, I was thinking, oh, good choice, Dishonored: Death of the Outsider. That's a great. Oh, I didn't play it at all.
Neither did I, and that's sad because that was like my most anticipated game 2 years ago, and I just never played it yet.
Yeah, I really want to play that, and I forgot about it entirely.
You didn't play The Order either, did you?
No, I want to play that too.
All right.
So
You there
you go. We'll just repeat this list next week.
Well, no, what I'm thinking is whatever wins, I'll play with you. Unless it's unmechanical, then I'm not playing that.
You know the drill.
I'm not allowed to play it unless people pick it.
Yep.
The Joel clause.
The Joel's one.
Oh.
Joel clause.
All right. Yeah, that'll work. I could probably squeeze one of those in between Detroit, State of Decay, and one of these. Yeah.
The good thing with the order is it's 6 to 8 hours. So
really?
It's not a very long. That's why everybody was all pissy about it. But the game's super fun.
Awesome, actually.
Yeah, exactly.
That's my thing. That's right in the wheelhouse that I like. I like 6 to 8 hours of games because then I can move on to something else or not.
It really reminded me of kind of like a Gears game a little bit. You just the third person, the cover based stuff. And I played plenty of Gears, but I love the atmosphere and the times. It's so good.
The Lycans, it's fun. It's a fun game. I really like it. Spoiler alert: Doc didn't fucking show up, so no, he's not coming. No, he went with fashionably absent today. So because we're done this show, that's why I said it.
Yeah.
Alden's pissed off.
I'm so pissed off.
I'll sign off.
So I get really upset about audio issues because
he gets turned on by sound design.
I do. Sound is so important to me. So then to find out that no matter what we do, the audio is a disaster. Even on weeks. So we've talked about it before. We have two. Are you fucking kidding me?
Somebody was clearly just in the chat. Saw that I just said it.
Bitch. God damn it, Doc.
I'm sticking with fuck you, Doc. You missed the show. So.
Wait a minute. He can break the tie. Unless he goes with mechanical.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's picking up mechanical.
Doc, I can't hear you. I can't hear you talk.
You can't hear me?
There you are.
There he is. Hey.
Now turn your mic off like ours are.
Yeah, this is a nightmare.
Doc, real quick. Who would be your 4 people on Mount Rushmore? I turned his camera off.
No, he's gone.
His microphone
pop in. What?
All right. Can you hear me now?
There you go.
We could hear you before too when we saw your beautiful
But then you
face.
disappeared.
Now we don't see you.
Yeah, because I have stuff I can't have on screen. NDA stuff I forgot. It's sitting to my left.
Says the guy who's on screen 24/7.
But I usually have a green screen behind me that's covering all my stuff. It's down.
Show some love to your show, Doctor. All right, Doc.
I'm sorry.
4 most. What's the word I'm looking for?
The
4 video game characters that mean the most to you. Go.
Oh shit, Master Chief. Definitely number 1. Link.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Dante.
Dante. Holy shit.
Yeah.
From Dante's Inferno. Yeah.
Yeah,
so.
exactly.
Yeah.
The video game.
And then the last one. Who holds a special?
The Xbox logo.
Yeah, seriously.
Nope, it's actually y'all gonna freak out about it, but it's Solid Snake.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it'd been what's that old PS1 platformer you always
go
back
that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, Tomba.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Well, he doesn't really have a name. He's just he's going against the evil swine.
The honorable mention.
Yeah, there you go.
Honorable mention. Pink hair kid.
Good. It's like you were here for the whole show, but you weren't, so you caught up on everything.
Okay, I'm sorry, everyone. Okay, I do apologize.
Mic works though. That's good.
It was just fun to pick on you, Doc. We love you, Doc. Dan's poll was Dishonored, Death of the Outsider, the Order 1886, and a game that nobody's going to pick. Which of those 2 would you pick?
Chloe. No.
Chole.
You said it right.
Chole. Okay. 1886 probably. That's the one. That Order, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Order. Yeah, that one's pretty cool. I like that. That was underrated. People said that was a snorefest, but it was fun.
Good.
I enjoyed it.
All right.
Cool.
All right, well.
Well, you're all caught up, Doc.
Yeah.
Doc, what have you been playing?
Actually, been playing a lot. I've been playing Divinity.
Wait, how is that game? Because
it's amazing.
I want to pick it up, but it's
$60, and you only get 20 hours. You get the first chapter. But I'll put it this way: I on earlier this morning, I put in 2 hours and I barely scratched the surface. But holy shit, the graphics and the gameplay is on point. It's in depth. If you like an RPG and you want something that is deep, and I'm talking deep, this is a game for you. I was blown away what they're offering. So if that's just the surface of the game, this game is gonna rock. It's probably gonna get a 90 plus on consoles. So that was definitely good. Been playing Descenders, also in game preview on the Xbox One X. It's kind of interesting. It's like Trials, but with a bicycle going really fast. And literally, there's no rules to this damn game. Like it says, achieve 75, but you have a path. I literally go off road. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, you're good. Okay. We're just trying to get our mic situated.
Okay. Yeah, I rode my bike up the side of a mountain and then just came down. It was weird. It's cool that way. Plus, been playing State of Decay 2. Trying to finish up God of War. I don't want the game to end, so I've been doing every side quest there is. I mean, like literally, I travel that lake like there's no tomorrow, trying to find every little thing because I'm right where I know it's going to end. If that makes sense. Yeah. So, I hope you're okay over there.
Fucking controller on my foot.
Oh Jesus!
Stupid son of a bitch. Oh.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. But yeah, doing that and watching a lot of new 4K movies. So yeah, it's good.
Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park is amazing.
Something that happened since the last episode is Doc and I scheduled a date to go see the new Jurassic World at E3. So that'll be a sweet date. There's this other guy that wants to tag along, known as the Bra. So it could be a threesome.
Hey, y'all see that movie with the dinosaurs?
They go raw and shit.
They got a comic book. You got a comic book for them dinosaurs? Rawr. I'm moving. I'm moving. I'm moving. I can't get much gaming done. But I can tweet about everything
a lot.
And I can pretend like I played all the games. I'm in Detroit Become Human, brah.
Wow, that
Are
is
you picking up Detroit, Doctor? That was the only other thing you missed.
Oh, am I picking up Detroit?
Yep.
I think you and I have had this conversation. It's really not on my radar for two facts. I'm not completely sold. I did love Heavy Rain. I love that style, but I'm not too sure because what I've seen. Okay, I'll download the demo.
Because Alden's in the exact same boat as you.
Yes.
Back now, so
I knew I was going to get it. I just wasn't like excited about it.
Yeah,
and the demo got me excited for it.
Well, I mean, a lot of things get me excited, but I just don't go out and get them, You
will at E3 though.
Oh, buddy.
Oh,
is that the popcorn or no?
Spicy.
Oh, I'm totally pulling that popcorn prank on you. So
extra. You better get an extra large.
Thank you. That's nice thing you said to me.
You're welcome, buddy. I got you.
All Giamatti's extra large popcorn.
Damn straight.
Always extra large.
Banning a lot of shit. Anywho, well, Doc, I'm glad you made it, buddy.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Did you see what happened when I tried to get gas to get home?
No,
we've been doing a show.
No, I did. Jackass. Well, anyway, I pulled into the gas station and I stopped paying on the outside because my card data got stolen last time. And so I went inside to pay and I came out and some homeless man all drugged out pulling on the handles on my door, looking in my window. So I set off the car alarm on him and I was like, "Hey, can I help you?" And he's like, I just dropped something. I said, "Not in my car, you didn't." And I was like, "Get out of here. I'm calling the cops." And he just stumbles away. Man, I'm tired of vagrancy. I mean, I help homeless all the time, but these drugged out homeless are crazy. I'm going to need to start packing heat, man.
I missed you, Doc.
I do too. It's so good.
Well, I will be back starting full time next week because I have graduation on Sunday, and then no one, not even my wife, can control this.
Oh, wait now. I wish you had the camera on. That would have been good to see.
But she's not coming home till 6, so I'm good. I got 50 more minutes. No.
Well, do your thing, man. We don't want to interrupt you now. But congrats, man. I'm stoked that you're finally graduating, and I know that's preaching to the choir. But congrats, buddy.
Yeah,
thanks, brother.
For real, man.
Yeah, I'm excited. Ready to be done. So,
well,
all right.
Is that it?
I think that's it.
It's a weird to stop now. We'll
just let Doc sign us off now.
Yeah.
Hi,
Doc.
Doc, do you know what episode number we're on?
Yeah, I think we're 33 or 34, something around there.
Yep.
Yeah, okay, 34, okay.
On the bottom of the screen.
Well, shit, I need to scroll down. I don't have a full-size window.
No.
Yeah, it doesn't even show for me. Oh, that's odd. Anyway, I appreciate each and every one of you for showing up today.
Even those of you who showed up late.
Oh, man.
But seriously, I have missed each and every one of you guys. I truly has sucked that I haven't been here. I can't wait to get back in, have some good conversations and fun times with you gentlemen. Yeah, I just appreciate you guys, very much, and appreciate all the viewers for your continued viewership. It means a lot to us. Definitely, I've been seeing from afar the love and all the polls and interactivity online. So keep it up. This has been another episode of Digital Hoarders. From Brandon, Alden, and Chloe Fingerbanger over there.
Yes.
That's close. Close enough.
It's better.
Thank you for hanging out, Arado. You're my man crush.
Yes, seriously.
Yes. This has been another episode of Digital Hoarders. We'll catch you next week. Ish.
Hashtag hoard on.
There you go.
Hashtag hoard on. All right, that's my sign off. I'm good.
Okay, bye everybody.